All right, I'd like to welcome everybody to the January 13th, 2021 Planning Board meeting. We'll start off with a roll call. Mario Luciolo,
Yeah,
Beth Andre,
Here.
Lauren Pacheco,
Here.
Cindy Savigny is absent, and I am here. First, I would just like to wish our chairwoman speedy recovery. We understand that she's not feeling very well, and I'm sure the board members share the same sentiment. Gonna read the open meeting bylaw, open meeting law. Pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made whether perceived or unperceived by those present and are deemed acknowledged and permissible. We have one item on the agenda that I will read. It's a Form C definitive subdivision file number 20-211. Location is Highland Farms 2, Highland Avenue, Hayfield Lane, and Courtney Street. Assessors map U-4, Lot 1, and U-5, Lot 1 also. This is tabled from the December 14th meeting. Was requested by Site Tech Inc. on behalf of the owner applicant, St. Vincent Services Inc. for a proposed 38 single family house lot subdivision with a minimum of 12,000 square foot of area and 100 foot of street frontage per lot, with requested waivers for the proposed roadway systems in the S District. Plan entitled Definitive Subdivision Plan of Land, Highland Farms 2, map U-4 Lot 1, and U-5 Lot 1, Hayfield Lane and Courtney Street, dated 3/7/20. Mr. Kinney, do we have anything on this?
Yes, Mr. Vice Chair, we do. I can update you. As you recall, at the last meeting, one of the pieces to this puzzle fell into place, and that was the determination by the board, or the finding by the board, that Courtney Street existed prior to the adoption of the subdivision control law in Fall River. And that was necessary to a determination that we could then go ahead and approve some Form A lots along Courtney Street, which even though they're not part of the Form C per se, they're part of the overall scheme of development. And it's important in the sense that will be accessed in part by coming from Highland Avenue up Courtney Street. The issue at this point, two issues at this point that we're still working on. The Form C lots, over the past couple of days, I've met with Byron Holmes remotely and with Chris Gallagher, who's the new city engineer, just started Monday, and also with Paul Furland to look at a number of issues with respect to the Form C portion of this project. And we have put together our notes on that. We also met with Dan Aguirre, I believe it was Tuesday of this week. And we've got a summary of the issues that we want the proponents to address with respect to the Form C, and we're going to send that out hopefully tomorrow afternoon. With respect to Courtney Street, the approval of the Form C is going to be subject to certain improvements made to Courtney Street. And the proponents gave us a proposed improvement plan for Courtney Street. And we also met this week with Paul Furland and Dan Aguirre, Chris Gallagher, and Byron Holmes to look at those proposed details, or the details of the proposed improvements to Courtney Street. That is also subject of a memo that we're going to send to the proponents of the project tomorrow. So progress is being made. I think we're pretty close to agreement on the Form C lots. Courtney Street, we still need to do some talking with these folks. The general thought of the administration is that Courtney Street should be improved so that it looks like more than just the back entrance to someplace. It has not had a lot of work done to it, not a lot of attention paid to it for many years. Technically, the people that own and control the Royal Crest Apartments laid out the pavement of Courtney Street. Not much has been done to it. It's not really up to city standards. And now it's going to be the entrance not only to the Royal Crest Apartments, not only to Highland Woods, which is the subdivision at the end of that Courtney corridor, but now the expansion of the original Highland Farm. So it's important that it be improved to a level that is consistent with it being the access to a number of different subdivisions, not just to the apartment complex, which is what it was originally designed to do. So we've got some thoughts on that we're going to share with the developers tomorrow or Friday, and hopefully they'll come back with responses next week. So it's moving along. It's been a little slow to get going, mainly because of the controversy about Courtney Street and whether or not these folks were entitled to sketch out any Form A lots on Courtney Street. That issue's behind us. They're entitled to it. They filed, as you know, at the last meeting, they filed a approval not required plan. I think it was 8 lots, which the board voted to authorize the chair to sign. So that's over with. So now it's the road improvements to Courtney Street and the routine issues on the Form C section. So progress is being made. I'd like to be optimistic about it and suggest that at the next meeting, we may be able to present to you the Form C plan in a form that's approved by planning, engineering, and Department of Public Utilities that everybody's happy with, that you could at least move on that. But any approval there would be subject to the ultimate execution of the agreement with respect to Courtney Street and the real detail as to how that's going to be improved and what those improvements are going to look like. So that's a long-winded answer to the question of, what's up. What's up is we're making progress, and I think we'd all like to get this one done, but we're going to do it the right way. We're going to make sure that it's done in the best interest of the city. So that's where it stands. Next time I'll be briefer.
No, that's fine. I appreciate it. The long-winded details help out because we can cross-reference back to what happened and what was said at the last meeting, especially with Courtney Street. And I know they said that there was upgrades that had been done already coming up Courtney Street and so on. So they are making.
I don't think they've made any improvements yet. They may have made some suggestions as to what they want to do on Courtney, but I don't think it's fair to say that any improvements have been made yet.
Okay, and you did just state that we do have a new engineer.
Yeah, Chris Gallagher. This is Chris Gallagher number 2. We already have a Chris Gallagher with the community.
Oh, it's not the same one?
No. As awesome as the original Chris Gallagher is, he's got enough to do with his original job, and we didn't want to give him 2. So the new guy is Christopher J. Gallagher. He's the new city engineer, just started Monday, and he has a wealth of experience in exactly the kind of issues that this planning board has to deal with from an engineering point of view. So had a very good meeting with him today, and look forward to working with him on this project and others. So I think it'd be a good addition to the team.
Oh, good. That's good news. It's like that TV show with the real Chris Gallagher. Please stand up.
Yeah.
Any comments from any of the board members?
Yeah, I only have a point of information with you,
Yep.
Bill. That's that was the answer that we don't have yet pertaining Courtney Street. Is the city, after this is well and done and accept and all that, is the city still not involved or not responsible for the Courtney Street plow repairs?
Yeah, I think the answer to that is that ultimately, someday, I can't tell you when or how, but I think ultimately if Courtney Street is improved the way we hope it will be, that the city will be in a position to accept responsibility for Courtney Street. But until that day comes, the developer of this project is going to be held responsible to maintain it, plow it, repair it, all the usual things that have to do with maintaining a roadway in the city will be the responsibility of the developer until such time as the city takes it over. And there'll be security in place to guarantee that that's done.
Thank you. Not quite all that the other one, there was a question, traffic is going to exceed more than they are today, and plus trucks go through Courtney Street. God forbid anything would happen, and the injury, children or whatever. In other words, how would the city come to a play on Courtney Street if we're not responsible for that street? That was a question that tonight I think I'll be able to maybe just bring to a point which I fully understand and I'll be comfortable with it, not just me, but all of us. So that was the other question. But that is, we are not discussed because they're not present. Just those are point of information that I had.
Did I answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other board member have any questions? If not, do I have a motion to table this to our next meeting?
I'll motion to table.
That was Beth.
Yes, it was.
All right, and do I have a second?
Second the motion.
And Gloria, second.
And by the way, just to point out, Patty, what'll be the date and time of that meeting?
February 10th at 5:30.
And we expect it'll be a virtual meeting just like this one, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's for the information of anybody that's been following this on Zoom. Now they know.
Okay, and we have a roll call on the motion to table. Beth Andre,
Yes.
Gloria Pacheco,
Yes.
Mario Luciolo,
Yes.
and I say yes as well. So we table that to the February 10th meeting. Next on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of the December 14th meeting. I think we all got a copy of it. Do I have a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve the minutes of the December 14th meeting.
I'll second.
And Mario second. And roll call on that. Beth Andre,
Yes.
Gloria Pacheco,
Yes.
Mario Luciolo,
Yes.
and I say yes as well. Patty, do we have any citizens input?
None that was submitted. Patrick, do you have anything you'd like to say?
No, the board's doing a good job, and I'm impressed with the professionalism and lack of open meeting law violations by the board, and I compliment you on your compliance.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, with that being said, I guess, anybody want to make a motion to adjourn this very long meeting?
I'll motion to adjourn.
Beth makes a motion to adjourn, second.
I'll second with the smile.
Mario. All right, roll call. Beth Andre,
Yes.
Gloria Pacheco,
Yes.
Mario Luciola,
Yes.
and I say yes as well. And thank you, everyone. Stay safe. And again, Cindy, get well soon, and so you can get back to us.
Good night,
Thank you.
everyone. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.